It's Fun Food and Freebies. I'm doing this recording, this take two. Yeah, I did it before. I didn't like it. So, trying it again. This is Fun Food and Freebies, where I come on Tuesdays and Thursdays. I give you something fun, free, or a freebie that you can do. Or maybe I do something free or low cost that you might not know about. So I combined all of that into one. Yeah. hmm But today I'm not going to really talk about that because I am gearing up for this winter storm. Are y'all ready? Yeah. So I got a couple of things on my table that I'm just like, I got to show you guys because, oh my goodness, are y'all preparing? We are, let me back up. My name is Bretta, and this is Fun Footy Freaks. Did I say that? I keep doing that. I'm getting older, y'all. I keep doing that. I'm like, did I say that already? Anyway, well, welcome to my YouTube channel. I'm getting up there in subscribers. I think I got 28 subscribers. Yes. It starts out slow. We're going to keep progressing. So if you want to see anything about fun things to do, some free things to do, I'm Houston based, but I feel like a lot of things that I do, you can find some of this stuff in your neighborhood, in your neck of the woods, no matter where you are. I'm not sure about other countries. Maybe that's not really a thing. Like, let's say grand openings that you can go to for free. So a lot of things like that. I don't know. Let me know in the comments if you have gone to a grand opening where they like rolled out the red carpet, food, drinks, valet, everything was free. Yeah. That's me. That's the kind of things that I like to do. Like I've already said in one of my shorts that a lot of people are not aware of the amount of freebies that you can get just by going to a grand opening. I go to grand openings. I go to soft openings. I mean, most people are under the impression that free stuff is kind of mediocre. I keep saying this and I'm going to keep saying it. Free stuff is not mediocre, y'all. You could really find some good things that are absolutely free. When businesses are reopening after a storm, because I went to, what was it called? Lexus. I don't even have a Lexus, but I was invited to the Lexus re-grand opening after Harvey. They rolled out the red carpet. Do you hear me? They had food galore. I don't know if they had valet parking, but honey, it was nice, nice, nice. Soon as you walked in, they gave you some champagne, and then you just walked around to each little section. They had a section off a sushi table. They had the dessert table. I mean, they really rolled out the red carpet, and that was like a re-grand opening because they moved from one location to another location in the Woodlands. So yeah. So anyway, I think that you can really, really, really get involved in finding some free stuff without spending any money. Yeah. Uh-huh. So right now, what did I do this week? Did I go to any events? I went to like one or two events, not really a lot of events, but I have to come up with some stuff because I tell you, I have some stories about people that I meet. Like they really think that I'm dumb. Like they do stuff and I'm just like, if only you knew that I already know what you're trying to do. So anyway, I need to just do these stories on YouTube. But yeah. Okay, so um I met a neo soul singer. I met Leela James, y'all. She's just as short as me. So I met her. I went to a book signing. Yeah. And I met her. That was kind of low cost. It was about $50. So a book signing, I got the book. I got to meet Layla James, and I took a picture. So if you're in my community tab, you'll see that probably tonight. I'll put that out tonight. The number of celebrities that I've met and took a picture with. I don't take good pictures. I am not what they call it, photogenic. I'm just like, oh my God. Every time I take a picture with a celebrity, I'm like, I don't look cute. I'm like, oh God, really? Yeah. So anyway, I am not going anywhere. I actually was supposed to go to a couple of free events I was excited about, especially this Saturday. But we're having a winter storm here in Houston, and yeah, so we're preparing. I went to the store earlier, so I beat the crowds. I had a lot of stuff anyway because I keep some stuff just in case of a hurricane, tropical storm, whatever we have down here. We have it all, except probably an earthquake, you know. Or yeah, we've had tornadoes too. So yeah, so I've already have my little stash. I have a little Old Smoky. I have some coal. I don't know how to use it though. I have a butane heater. I got some extra butane. Yeah, I had went shopping for that like a while back, and all of that stuff. And I'm like, but I did like a little thing. One of my neighbors was talking about use the bricks. I guess she saw this on TikTok. Use the bricks with the tea lights and have the tea lights on one of the bricks, and then you have a terracotta pot on top. Child, I googled that. They were like, because I was concerned about carbon monoxide, and they were like, yeah, no, that would not be safe for you to do. Maybe for a short period, but you need ventilation, so you have to open windows. Da 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 da. So I was like, yeah, no, I can't do that. So even my butane heater, they said that that's a possibility of carbon monoxide. So I was like, what I'm gonna do? What I'm gonna do? So I went to the store and I bought these warmers. So what I'm gonna do is like put them under a sheet, uh, uh, not a fitted sheet, but a loose sheet. What they call it? A top sheet? I forgot what it's called, but it's not a fitted sheet, you know. And then I'm gonna lay on top of it and put some of these down. So I have a super warmers. I got the hand warmers. And they say they last 10 hours, as you can see, I guess yeah. And then I got the toe warmers, but I'm not going to be using those. But these, I just assumed that I could put them underneath the sheet and be warm while I'm in the bed reading the book. Yep. So I have flashlight. I have several flashlights. Now I do have candles and I have matches. So if these don't work, but I have like 6 of these little bitty ones. These things get bright, really. They really do. So, so I got these. I got like 6 of these. And then I have this big mama jamma right here. I went camping one time. You ever been camping with like it's called urban travel? They have travel and they do camping. But yeah, they're pretty good. I like them. But yeah, so this is my little lamp, my little lantern. So I have a lot of these warmers. I bought like a big bag full of them. It was a variety pack. So I have all of these. So this should last me a couple days. Yep. Should last me a couple days. I should be fine. I filled my tank up. So just in case I want to go outside and warm up a little bit, come back inside. I bought some salt. So in the morning, tomorrow, I'm going to put some salt on the sidewalk just in case, you know. So if I need to walk to the car, because I'm not going anywhere. Not going anywhere. I canceled all these little events that I was going to go to this weekend. Oh, yeah. And I got this emergency blanket. So I got this at a free food event. And I think mostly that food event was like, it was in a, at, at a church. And a lot of homeless go to this location. So they had these for the homeless. So, hey, it's like a thermal um, heating type blanket. So you just cover yourself with it, and it kind of uses your. I've never used it before, but this looks like something camping you would use in camping. The army probably would use something like this. Um, and then you would, I guess your body heat would keep you really nice and warm. So it doesn't say that it's not reusable. So I guess I can reuse it over and over, maybe. Yeah, I think so. I don't know. But we're going to use that. So I'm going to tell y'all how that works. I'm probably going to build a little fort on my bed so that I can just be warm and nice and comfy. But yeah, so those are some of the things that I have. What do you guys have? So I guess I could talk about um, something free or low cost that you might not know about is going to a little food distribution. They gave us some wipes, they gave us toothbrush, toothpaste, things like that. So these are things that I'm assuming are really catered to homeless people who need these. So I'm sure this came in handy. So I was like, yeah, let me take one. So at first I was like, no, I don't need that. I'm glad I took one. But I also think it came in my bucket. So I have a bucket. I did a short on the bucket that I got from a free event. So like hurricane preparedness, preparedness. I've had a lot of those workshops. I've taken a lot of those workshops that are absolutely free. I got a free um, flashlight from one or two of them. I have a free, what do you call it? Charging port for your cell phone. It's solar powered. Can you believe I got that for free? Isn't that thing about $30 almost? Yeah, got that for free. So I need to go find it. But yeah, I need to get it all together. All the things I need to get together. What I'm eating. Well, I have bread. I have peanut butter jelly. I have packets of cups of, what do you call it? Fruit cups. I got the fruit cups. I got boxes. I bought those from Amazon a while back, but they're not expired. I'm talking about like a while back, maybe 6 months ago. Yeah. So this will be my first time not being a 911 police dispatcher during a period of emergency or natural disaster ish thing that's about to happen. So this would be my first time not being at work. So when I say not being at work, I would always like hurricane, tornado, whatever. So about this time, if you are a dispatcher in Houston, I don't know about everybody else, but if you are a dispatcher, Houston, fourth largest city in America, you would be called to the center and you have to stay at the center. So you would be called a little bit early. You have to go in, pack your bags, pack your food, get your kids situated. So I would always, sometimes in the past, my kids started getting older. So I let them stay at home and I told them to charge everything. I gave them like emergency uh, cell phone charging ports or whatever. Even 911 gave us those as well. I gotta find that too. But yeah, I would tell them, give them a script. I would give them like an emergency plan. Who would they call first? I told them they would obviously call 911 first, right? And then right after calling 911, they would call me and tell me what's going on, where they are, and just be very intentional about why are you calling? Are you stuck? Are you, is it just entirely flooded? Is the water coming in to the apartment? Because I lived in an apartment at the time. But I just give them a script on what they needed to do, because their dad he worked for the county. So I worked for the city, he worked for the county, and he worked in what do you call it? Boot camp. He was a boot camp drill sergeant. So he worked at the boot camp, so he had to be at work as well. He was considered emergency personnel or essential employee. So when you're considered an essential employee, you have to make arrangements for your children. Thankfully, my children were older when natural disaster stuff would happen. So they were older. They could go with their dad if their dad was off or whatever. And they would, a couple times they went like to Waco or something, to visit somebody and stay with them for a minute. But yeah, so anyway, if you were a dispatcher, you would have to stay at the center, you would have to stay at the call center, you would have to pack your bags, and the good thing is you get paid during the whole time, okay? From start to finish. Soon as they call you on the phone and tell you you are being called in, you're considered on the clock, okay? And then they will feed you occasionally. They will feed us. But most of the time, you will have to bring probably the first 1 or 2 days, you would have to bring your own food. So everyone would have their cooler. They would have all kinds of stuff. Yeah, it's just like packing as if you're going camping. Okay. And then they would try to find little sections of the building where we could sleep. So, at first they didn't know where we would sleep. I mean, it was really chaotic. Okay. They didn't have a plan. Like, where were they going to put us? They don't have a set hotel or anything. They would put us on cots. They would set up the cots on the bottom floor, and there would be cots everywhere. So they would have the section for the men and the section for the women. And this was the way that I would always be during a call in. So during this time, you could not call in. We don't call it PTO. We just call it, time off or whatever. You cannot call in. No, you'll get in a lot of trouble. So you couldn't call in. You had to come in. Okay. So you had to make your way to come in. I remember one time it was flooding and I was on my way to work, and I went to a school and parked my car because it was up high, because where I was like stranded. I'm talking about the water was so high. It was getting above my car. I was so scared. And all I could do was go, no, I'm just going to turn. I'm just gonna go into this parking lot, and I'm gonna keep my car right here. I don't care. Da da da. So I called my supervisor, and he came pick me up. It was maybe 2 miles away from the job. He came pick me up, and he had a big truck. So occasionally, you may have a supervisor or a police officer come get you because you're stranded and you're a dispatcher. So they can dispatch an officer to come and get you. So yeah. So those are the things that I'm gonna kind of miss. I'm gonna miss the fact that I have to do all of this on my own. I have to have my own lighting. Oh, that's another thing about being in the dispatch center. You have electricity. They have generators. They have everything imaginable. They have refrigerators. They have a gym. If you saw my video about going to a 911 center, touring the 911 center is absolutely free. You do have to get permission to do so, but it's free to actually go and visit and see how the operation of such a thing would happen. So I posted that video on my shorts. Touring a 911 center is absolutely free. But yeah, you would just stay there and electricity is there. So bring your charger, charge your phone. We will watch TV on our downtime. You bring your blanket, you bring your pillow, you bring your sheet for the cot because the cots are used by various people. You have your wet wipes. You bring your shower shoes because they have a community shower. Yeah, it's pretty different. It's a different lifestyle, okay? But it's interesting. So this is my first year doing that. I don't know if I said it, but I retired. So I retired in 2025 after 30 years of being a dispatcher. So this was my life, y'all. This was my life. This was my life, okay? So after the whole thing is like really feels weird to do this on my own and do this alone. Like seriously, my kids are gone. They adults, they got their own places, you know? So, yeah. Wow. Okay, so anyway, just wanted to tell y'all that. I hope that you guys are having a great, amazing day, amazing week. I know the video is it's gonna be uploaded a little late, but we're doing it. We're gonna be consistent. Tuesday and Thursday, I'll come to you. Something free or low cost. I just told you. You can go to a 911 center and visit, or you can do a grand opening or a grand opening of a business. So look those things up. Let me know in the comments if you've ever been to a grand opening and they had the red carpet set out just for you. And I guess see you Tuesday. Fun, food, and freebies. Fun, food, and freebies. See you Tuesday and Thursday. Okay. We're going to get used to this. Okay. Have a good day, y'all. I hope you be safe during this winter storm. All right. Bye.